What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. Just got through watching Tyson Fury do a video on his Twitter saying that he's going to be fighting on December 5th in the UK. And they're in the process of getting the opponent selected for that encounter on December the 5th. Now, when I seen that video, it makes me just have to say, look, Deontay Wilder, you need to get back in the ring before the year's out. Regardless of the fact if it's against Tyson Fury or against another opponent. You definitely need to get back in the ring before 2020 is over. Now, Fox on PBC have a date on December 26th that has not been announced. Now, if I'm Wilder's team, maybe they're already doing this. If I'm Wilder's team, I go to Al Heyman and say, look, I want to fight on that date. I want to fight on December 26th, and I want to fight against an opponent that's going to get me ready for a Tyson Fury trilogy in the future. Now, Robert Helenius, fresh off a victory over Adam Kanaki, is a guy that's similar in size to Tyson Fury. 6'7". He's a somewhat skilled big man that I think would be good preparation for a future Tyson Fury trilogy. He's not as skilled as Tyson Fury, but he's a tall guy with somewhat similar boxing skills. So if I'm Team Wilder, I'll be looking to get back in the ring with him and get a victory, get back in the win column, get a devastating knockout, get the buzz back, let people know that it was just a bad night at the office in the last fight, and I'm back knocking out people like I've been doing my whole career. And then you pursue the then you pursue the Fury trilogy. Now, AJ and Fury are supposed to be fighting in the spring of 2021. I think the month of May is what both teams are looking at, provided that Fury wins his fight on December 5th. And the two opponents I'm hearing that they're looking at are Carlos Takam and Ajit Karabajay, as I butcher his name. And as we know, Anthony Joshua is going to be fighting Kubrat Pulev. So if AJ and Tyson Fury are both successful, they're going to be looking to stage a fight in May. Now, for whatever reason that fight does not come to fruition, Bob Arum has already stated that he'll be looking to make Fury Wilder 3. Say AJ gets upset by Pulev. Bob Arum is already on record saying that if that's the case and Fury wins his fight on December 5th, and he'll be looking to make Fury Wilder 3. Now, if that's not the case, and Joshua wins this fight and they're able to negotiate a matchup between the two sides with Fury and AJ, and they fight in May, it's going to be a 2-fight deal. So they'll pretty much put Wilder out the picture for a title shot for the rest of 2021. Therefore, if he defeats Robert Helenius and Andy Ruiz wins his next fight, as he's now working with world-renowned trainer Eddie Reynoso, the guy that trains Canelo Alvarez. If he's able to win his next fight, I'm hearing that his next opponent will be Chris Arreola. He wins that fight, then you can set up a Fox pay-per-view fight between Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. So Wilder's got a lot of options, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a lot of different options. He's not a guy that's up shit creek without a paddle. The guy's got a lot of options. And like I said, for whatever reason, if AJ and Fury don't happen, then the next biggest fight for Tyson Fury is Deontay Wilder. As we know, Alexander Usyk is the WBO mandatory. Now, if he's able to defeat Derek Chisora October 31st, who to say he's not going to want to step aside and let the AJ Fury fight go ahead? He might say, "No, I want my title shot and I want it now." Therefore, AJ would have to make the decision to either drop the belt or fight Usyk before getting in the ring with Tyson Fury. So if he fights Usyk after he fights Pulev, then we can still see Wilder Fury 3. As I'm sure Tyson Fury won't be willing to wait on the sideline for AJ to take care of business with Alexander Usyk. You see he's got ants in his pants right now, tired of waiting on Wilder and his team to come up with a fight on December 19th, which was not even Wilder's team fault. It was the networks who both declined to stage that fight on that particular date due to college conference championship games and 2 NFL games. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. But again, Deontay Wilder, don't let 2020 pass without you getting back in that square circle. You need to get back in the ring, regardless if it's against Tyson Fury or not. Tyson Fury's team is saying that there is an expiration date that took place on October 18th, and the fight is now null and void, and they can move on to December 5th to fight another opponent. Deontay Wilder's manager, Shelly Finkel, basically said that Team Fury is entitled to their own opinion, but we still want to fight Tyson Fury in the month of December. But with December 19th being out and December 5th and December 12th being out of the picture, as they got other events and other fights on those 2 dates, December 26th is the date that's been reserved for PBC on Fox. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'll be looking to fight on that month, so I could be fighting in the same time frame, within the same time frame of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fights on December 5th. Anthony Joshua fight on December 12th. I'm fighting on December 26th. I'm staying within the same time frame as those 2 guys because I want to be on the same schedule as those 2 guys so I can be ready. I don't want to wait till January or February and fight. And Tyson Fury fights on December the 5th. And then Joshua fights on December the 12th. And for whatever reason, they can't come to agreement. And Fury says, shit, I'm not going to wait on Wilder. He's got to fight in February. I'm not going to wait on him. I want to get back in the ring in March. And he decides to fight another opponent. You got to understand that Top Rank has a deep stable of heavyweights. Like I said, whoever doesn't get to fight out of Carlos Takam and Ajit, he can fight that person next. Whoever didn't get to fight on December 5th, he can fight Ajaba. They got a lot of opponents on there. Brian Jennings, Oscar Rivas. They've got a lot of different opponents. So if I'm Wilder, I want to stay on the same schedule, basically, as Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Deontay Wilder fighting in the month of December 26th, possibly against Robert Helenius, and staying busy, staying active, working on that jab, working on that left hook, developing that left hand and quick relying solely on that right hand. Work on fighting effectively off the back foot. Those things he needs to be working with his new trainer, Malik Scott. He still's got the other trainer in the mix as Jay Diaz, the co-manager and trainer, is still on the team. But Mark Breland has been basically kicked off the team. Basically, as Donald Trump says, in the Apprentice show that he used to be on. He used to produce, he used to run. You know, you're fired. It's basically what Deontay Wilder told Mark Breland. So Malik Scott maybe got some things that he feel that he can work with Deontay Wilder and get better on. And they can implement that in their next fight against a guy that's similar in stature and a somewhat skilled European fighter in Robert Helenius, who's fresh off a victory over the previously undefeated Adam Konakli. Basically beat him in his backyard in Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So that would be a real solid opponent for Deontay Wilder to get back on a winning streak. Get back in the win column and get the momentum and get the buzz back on his side. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Deontay Wilder fighting in December, regardless if he gets the Tyson Fury fight. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you like the content of this video, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.